Shalom, Kol Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders and the bishops of Great Millstone, and Shalom to you hopefully elect beloved brothers and you few sisters. Peace be unto you in these last days. I was checking out this video here, and it caught my attention. But why is that? Because in the caption here it reads, she left her husband for the streets. Now she's crying. And what we have here is a host of women, and all of them did the same thing and had the same exact outcome. And after reading that title, the first scripture that came to my mind was Amos the 7th chapter and the 17th verse, just roughly paraphrasing. And many of us had to deal with this, our wives being whores in the streets, all right? That's why the scriptures tells us, marvel not if she trespass against thee. You see, and for those of us that had to deal with this, you shouldn't marvel as well when these women start to try to double back around in these last days, all right? Because all hell is getting ready to break loose, okay? And let me say this while it's on my mind to say, and also too, some of you women, you're with, men of the Lord, men who are the true prophets of the Lord, and you are a complete damn demon, all right? When Isaiah 4:1 occurs, the Lord is going to add beautiful, more equipped, more suitable women to your husband. The Lord is going to embarrass you, all right? The Lord is going to take care of his elect. And how do we know? Let me come from this here. Let me grab a quick scripture. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9, and it reads, they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. Here's the point. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he has care for his elect. Let me come from this here. Let me grab one more quick scripture before I go back to that video. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 2, verse 6 through 7. All right. Now, this was written and applicable to the entire house of Israel, but it also applies to our women. And it reads, therefore, I will block her path with thorn bushes. I will wall her in so that she cannot find her way. Here's the point. She will chase after her lovers, but not catch them. She will look for them, but not find them. Then she will say, I will go back to my husband as at the first, for I was better off than I am now. Let me come from this here, right? I want you to listen closely to what this woman has to say here. And listen closely, and per usual, I'll chime in with the scriptures momentarily.
Yeah, I don't mind my eyebrows or my greasy face. I just got my eyebrows done. But I'm going to have a very vulnerable moment, if you don't mind. I just fell in the parking lot of Walmart. And I went to grab my phone in that moment that I was hurting. And I wanted to call my husband and cry to him and have him comfort me like he always had after 25 years. The first thing I wanted to do was call him. And then I realized that he's not mine to call anymore.
Her reflex was to reach for the man she left. That alone tells you the kind of man he was. Caring, reliable.
And how alone I really am.
Notice the woman said how alone I really am. And that's a part of prophecy too as well. In second Esdras, it states that, roughly paraphrasing, you women are going to mourn not having a husband. All right? But let's continue on.
It really... And I haven't been able to stop crying since. And I'm fine. But it's so bad.
We do not care.
Let me stop here. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah, the 32nd chapter, 9th through the 14th verse in the NIV. And look at what it states here in the subheading. The women of Jerusalem. And it reads, you women who are so complacent, rise up and listen to me. You daughters who feel secure, hear what I have to say. In a little more than a year, you who feel secure will tremble. And why are you going to tremble? Because all hell is getting ready to break loose. And in this society, here in America, Babylon the Great, it's fashionable for women to divorce their husbands, all right? If you're paying attention, many of your husbands are being sent over there to the Middle East. And the scripture tells us again, I know I said this before, but we can't overemphasize this enough, Many of you women are going to mourn because you're not going to have a husband. And let me say this, for those of you who don't currently have husbands, you should be praying for an elect man of the Lord, all right? Because the Lord is making his elect men more precious than fine gold. When Isaiah 4:1 occurs, you better hope and pray that an elect man of the Lord is going to take you underneath his wing, all right? For lack of better expression. But let's continue on. In a little more than a year, you who feel secure will tremble. The grape harvest will fail, and the harvest of the fruit will not come. Tremble, you complacent women. That's 2 times within the last few scriptures. It tells you women to tremble. Shudder, you daughters who feel secure. Strip off your fine clothes and wrap yourselves in rags. Beat your breasts for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vines, and for the land of my people. And why does it say that? Because all hell is getting ready to break loose. All right? Okay? But continuing on. And, pardon me, a land overgrown with thorns and briars. Yes, mourn for all the houses of merriment. And what does it mean by merriment? It means the good times. All right? All the partying, the bullshitting is about to stop. The girls trip, so on and so forth. Living it up. Okay? I'll read that again. Yes, mourn for all the houses of merriment, and for this city of revelry. And what is that revelry going into? That's going into your sophisticated parties, right? Your upscale parties, your little bourgeoisie events, right? All that's coming to a screeching halt in the very near future. But continuing on, for the fortresses will be abandoned, the noisy city deserted. Citadel and watchtowers will become a wasteland forever. The delight of the donkeys, a pasture for the flocks. So let me come from here. And in case you were unawares, right, I want to share this information with you as well. And it reads this in the AI overview. I asked Google this question: who initiates the majority of divorces? And it reads this: in the United States, is also spiritually known as Babylon the Great. It's spiritually known as Sodom, and is also spiritually known as Edom too as well. All right, just to name a few. In the United States, women initiate approximately 70% of all divorces. Okay, all right. You can read more into that in your own time. All right, and let me come from this here. Okay, and this is, and what's happening in the Middle East, that's going to lead to an increased shortage of men. All right, this is why Isaiah 4:1 is going to come to pass, and this is a scripture that has to come out, and it's been coming out a lot lately. And the reason: in that day, 7 women will take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And what is your reproach going to be? The fact that you do not have a man. All right? Okay? So you women out there need to get with the damn program. If not, then this prophecy waits for you here, as outlined in the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 10. And it reads, then she that is mine enemy shall see it. She's going to see what? These prophecies coming to pass. She's going to see the Lord was actually with us, brothers. All right? She's going to see Isaiah 4:1 coming to fruition. All right? But continuing on, and shame shall cover her, which say unto me, where's the Lord thy God? And how has many of these women said unto us, where's the Lord thy God? By making your captivity more hellish, bringing more hell on you, divorcing, leaving you, etc. All right? But continuing on, it reads, my eyes shall behold her now, and she shall be trodden down as mire in the street. And what is mire? Mire is shit. Let me come out of this here. I wanted to play a little bit more on this. Look at what it states here. It states, it's not fucking fair. And it is going to be fair, because the power that we serve, he is a just power. I'm going to play a little bit of this, and that'll be the lesson.
They said, like, if you buy water, it's supposed to make you feel good.
And this woman here, this is what the scriptures was talking about. This woman divorced her husband and went on a divorce girls trip or whatever the hell, but she's still damn miserable. All right? This is what the scriptures mean by you're going to lament for the merriments. But nevertheless, I'm going to play a little bit of this.
I haven't even been out there.
I don't know who told her that. A beach can help you relax, but it's not a therapist. It won't fix what's eating you inside.
I haven't even been out there. I don't even want to go nowhere. I don't. And yeah, I do miss my husband.
Oh, boo-hoo!
Oh, brothers, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, this lesson has been edifying and to the point. Shalom.